Hello friends, I am your host Mr. Gaurav. Welcome to my channel Vedic Astrology Guru. On this channel, I will be telling you about Indian Vedic Astrology, its deepest secrets and a lot of advanced techniques. So to keep yourself updated with the latest content, kindly subscribe to my channel. And if you have any queries, any doubts, you can always mail me at vedicastrologyguru7@gmail.com. And yes, your special comments are always welcome. Kindly leave one of those down below in the comment section. So let's start to do some interesting videos about Vedic astrology. Hello friends, welcome to another wave of timing of events in a horoscope. In this wave, I would be discussing about Dasha and sub-secondary Dasha analysis according to the placement of planets in a horoscope. I would be taking an example from the Leo ascendant chart. So now as you can see, I'm taking two planets, one as a main Dasha lord and another one as a sub-secondary lord. So if a major Dasha of Sun is prevailing for a Leo ascendant and a sub-secondary Dasha is of Saturn, what will be the effects? As you can see, Sun is the ascendant lord. So ascendant becomes very special. The native himself, his own health, his own psychology, everything, his own mind, everything becomes very important because the ascendant lord is placed in the ascendant. And then the sub-secondary period of Saturn, Saturn being the lord of 6th house represents your debts, diseases, wounds, competitions, excess of issues, excess of problems. And this lord of 7th house. Now 7th house is your partnership of business. 7th house is your wife. And itself, Saturn being placed in the 4th house, it represents your mother, it represents your relationship with your mother, it represents your own house, your own vehicles. So if the major period is of Sun and a sub-secondary Dasha is of Saturn, then this native may have a lot of issues pertaining to the 6th house. He may be facing a lot of competition. If he is in some sort of competitive exams, then there will be a lot of stress due to that. The native is going to suffer a lot of pressure from his competitors. The native may fall ill during this period. The native will see a lot of issues on mental front. There will be always a lot of stress. Why? Because Saturn is the enemy of Sun. These two planets are not friendly planets. They do not have a friendly relationship. Being the lord of 7th house, if the major period is of Sun and the sub-secondary period is of Saturn, then there can be trouble in regards to marital life. There can be trouble in regards to your business partner. There can be conflicts with the business partner. There can be conflicts with the wife. And in case if the native is not married yet, then he is right for the age to get married, then in that case also marriage can take place. Now this is one of the positive sides. Now being in the 4th house itself, because if you count from the Sun, 1, 2, 3, 4th, the 4th placement always, the 4th house always shows your relationship with the mother and the house. So there can be a change of residence. There can be illness to the mother itself. So this is something really important here. The 4th house, the 6th house and the 7th house. All the effects will prevail in regards to the 4th, the 6th and the 7th house. On the other hand, if we take it in an opposite manner, if we assume that the major Dasha is of Saturn and there is a sub-secondary period, the sub-secondary Dasha is of Sun, then what will happen? Well, as you can see again, the Saturn is lord of the 6th house. This is going to definitely give a lot of pressure, a lot of stress to the native in his life. Why? Because Saturn is also giving a special aspect, the 10th special aspect to the Sun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now this has been discussed in one of my previous videos in special aspects of planets. You can refer to that. So in this case, Saturn will give a lot of pressure to the native. The native will feel a lot of stress in his life. He may feel a lot of competitiveness where he is working. In his job, he could feel a lot of competitiveness. There can be some issues pertaining to his marital life, to his marriage. And again, there can be a definite change in his job. Why? Because Sun, the subsecondary lord, the subsecondary Dasha lord, is placed in the 10th from the major Dasha lord. Because the 10th represents our profession, our job, our business. So this major period of Saturn and the subsecondary period of Sun, in this period there can be a change in the job, a change in a profession, definitely stress at the workplace, stress at the home front, and definitely possibility of a change in residence. So this is how basically a major Dasha Lord and a sub-secondary Dasha Lord works. You have to see the relationship. You have to see the lordships of the houses. Which houses are being involved? Which houses the planets, the Dasha Lords are placed in. So I'll take another example. I am taking the Leo ascendant again. In this ascendant, as you can see, the ascendant Lord Sun is placed in the 11th house. And Venus, the 10th Lord, is placed in the 10th house. We will be assuming the major Mahadasha period of Sun and the sub-secondary Dasha period of Venus. Now Sun, being the ascendant Lord, placed in the 11th house, the house of income, the house of friends, definitely it will give a lot of boost to the income. It will give a lot of boost to the friends. The social life, the social circle of the native will increase a lot. It will expand a lot. Why? Because Venus is again the significator of luxuries. All the good things in life are represented by Venus. And since Venus is the lord of third house, this third house also indicates your short journeys. So being the 10th lord, the major period of Sun and the sub-secondary Dasha period of Venus, there can be travel for the native in regards to his profession, in regards to his job, in regards to his own business. There can be short journeys. He may have to travel. And definitely Venus being in his own sign, there can be promotion at the job front. There can be a new, there can be new things involved in the business. Maybe he gets a new contract. So there will be an upliftment in the profession, there will be an upliftment in the income, there will be an upliftment in the job. And since this Venus is placed in the 12th house from the Sun, if we count from the Sun, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12th. Now our 12th house in the natural Kal Purush, the primordial chart, the 12th house shows expenditures. So this native may be doing a lot of expenses over the luxuries. Why? Because Venus is the significator of luxuries in life. He will do a lot of spending. Maybe he could be doing new furnishing at his home. Maybe he might be buying some new gadgets for himself, or even a vehicle, a new car. Why? Because Venus also indicates your vehicles. So in general, the sub-secondary period of Venus under the major Mahadasha, major Dasha period of Sun, there will be a lot of good things happening in the native's life. In case if this Venus is afflicted by malefic planets, then these results might be suppressed, or they can totally entirely change to bad effects. So you have to check out the influence on Venus of all the rest of the 7 planets which will be in the horoscope. So we will take another example let's take the opposite periods. Let's consider if the major period is major Mahadasha is of Venus and the subsecondary Dasha is of Sun. Now Venus being the significator of good things in life, the luxuries in life, the happiness in life. If the major period is of Venus and a subsecondary Dasha comes of Sun. Now Sun is a very fiery planet. It is the most fiery planet in the system. So when this subsecondary Dasha comes of Sun, this will definitely suppress the good results of Venus. There will be a lot of stress to the native. There will be stress at his workplace, with his own colleagues, with his own co-workers. There can be conflicts with them. And definitely, since this is the house of income, there can be trouble, there can be a change in job, there can be a demotion, there can be basically changes in the job. So since it represents your income and also the friends, there can be a quarrel with a friend. So you have to look out for that, these kind of ill effects in this period. Because Venus is also a significator of wife for male. So there can be issues with females at the professional level. You can have trouble with females at your working place, in your working environment. You can have trouble with your own wife. There can be some quarrel, there can be some issues pertaining to the wife. So these kind of effects will be experienced if major Dasha period is of Venus and subsecondary Dasha is of Sun. So I hope I have made this quite clear. So this is the way we can interpret from major Dasha and subsecondary Dasha